Now, tomorrow is set to be the biggest auction day of the year, with more than 1,000 homes expected to go under the hammer, according to the Daily Telegraph. Known as Spring Super Saturday, those looking to buy a dwelling will be spoilt for choice. For more, we're joined by Domain's Chief Economist, Dr. Andrew Wilson. G'day, Doc.
G'day, Carl. How are you today?
How many homes are up for grabs, say, in Melbourne? Let's start there.
Well, in Melbourne, we're going to have around 1,350 homes going under the hammer. It will be the biggest spring day. Not quite as many as we saw over the pre-Easter Super Saturday, and certainly well down on the same weekend last year. But Sydney's certainly going to have its biggest day of auctions for the year this coming Saturday. So a lot more choice for buyers, I guess, which is positive news.
Tell us about Sydney and the range.
Well, Sydney, 950 auctions. It will be the biggest day of the year, down a little bit on last year's same weekend where they had 1,066. But certainly those with lower listings this year are starting to converge. So more competition for sellers and more choice for buyers. But I think we'll get a little lower with the clearance rates as well.
Okay, let's go to Brisbane now.
Well, look, quite a weekend this weekend in Brisbane, 117 auctions. They had 150 last weekend. They'll have 150 next weekend. Quite a winter in Brisbane, but the summer market's starting to pick up there, but not really the Super Saturday that we're going to see in Melbourne and Sydney.
Okay, what do the high listings mean for clearance rates then?
Well, look, typically higher listings mean lower clearance rates, and we have seen clearance rates falling away slightly in Melbourne and Sydney over the last few weekends, and I think they'll track back a little bit this weekend as well. But it's still a seller's market. Clearance rates will be around about 75%, and sellers just can't complain with those sort of results.
Okay, buyers or sellers this weekend, who comes out on top?
Well, sellers at the very end, but certainly buyers are going to have the most choice that they've had all year for property, so a little bit of a more evenly balanced match.
Okay, before you go, we're hearing a lot more this morning about how difficult it is for many Aussies to get on the housing ladder. We've heard from our pollies as well. Can you offer any hope for the future on prices?
Well, look, we've got the lowest number of first-home buyers in the Sydney market on record at the moment. Unfortunately, more first-home buyers will mean lower prices. So in Sydney, that would mean a very sharp drop in prices, and I can't see that happening. We've just got to, I think, get used to the fact, particularly in that Sydney market, that it's almost a done deal for first-home buyers, and we have to look for other solutions, I think, other than changing the tax mix.
All right, good on you, mate. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Carl.
Okay, Lisa.